Last couple of years, I got into this genre, and it really surprised me. There are a lot of fun stuff here, writing-wise. That being said, there are also quite a few problems. Problems that exist in general in most romantic plotlines or subplots I have consumed, even outside the genre, or maybe especially outside the genre. To start off, toxicity. This is only a problem when a relationship is portrayed as healthy, so it wouldn't apply to villains, since their relationships are meant to not be good. Now, in the cases where this is a flaw and it is portrayed that way, then this wouldn't be an issue, since the relationship or the action are being framed as unhealthy. If an action or relationship is framed as being healthy, but then they do unhealthy stuff, that is obviously a contradiction. Sounds obvious, and yet it happens constantly. Usually because writers will forget about, well, morals, I guess. So remember, it's about if the author frames this relationship or action as good, bad, or neutral within the story. Speaking about framing, it's gonna come up a lot. We have the destined or fated lovers. These relationships are portrayed as almost superhuman, or at least better than the average by definition. Better in the sense of being healthier and happier relationships, not about how well they are written from a writing perspective. Therefore, it is inconsistent for fated lovers to not be able to handle stupid, everyday, mundane problems. The problem is that if two characters are so perfect for each other that they are meant to be, then you have to be very careful about what type of problems you have them go through. I better not be seeing stupid miscommunications when the reasons given don't make sense. Having a character flaw of trust issues is fine, and you can even fit it here, but they better not be doing some crazy shit and be breaking up over the dumbest stuff, because that would contradict the meant for each otherness that you set up. Usually, you want external reasons for them not getting together or along, or whatever problem they might have. And one thing you definitely should not do in any type of fated lover story is our next problem. Love triangles. You cannot have either of these two destined people to ever reciprocate or even give an implication that they like another character, because that is a direct contradiction. How can they be fated if they can just fall for someone else? That makes no sense. Now, there are instances in which love triangles can work. I cover some of them in this video. Most of the time, it falls flat in its face for so many reasons. Beyond the destiny stuff, a lot of times they are shoehorned into the story, and honestly, most of the time, they feel like filler, since they aren't really used to progress the plot or the characters, but just to add drama. Taking the love triangles to the extreme, we have harems. Very obvious, you have so many characters whose arcs are reliant on one character, and if they lose, they don't even have a resolution, unless it is set up that they are going to lose, and that is their arc, which would be one of the ways to make this work. But as we know, there is so much baggage to this trope, I don't even need to get into all the rest. The final con that drives my gears is the fact that writers are obsessed with getting characters into a relationship and then not exploring said relationship at all. And it all stems from this stupid idea that once the characters get together, it's no longer interesting. Bullshit. There is so much that goes into keeping a healthy, happy relationship, like the challenges you can bring or making it grow and flourish, a ton that you can write about, and that is absolutely interesting. The craziest thing is, they know it. Think about how many protagonists' parents are together and their relationship is heartwarming, or how many problems they deal with and resolve. You don't have to be breaking up characters just because you heard this idea and assumed it was correct. At any rate, this was the most frustrating and irritating first world problems I deal with on a daily basis. I have noticed that general audience's opinions have started to shift, and it feels like writers will become far freer to explore more storylines and tropes, or at least do them differently. It will hopefully have a positive impact on storytelling as a whole, because romance is in every genre. Like this video if you enjoyed, so please be nice in the comments, and thanks for watching.